Hello, good morning, and welcome to our channel today. If you ever thought political speeches are getting boring, you haven't seen Michelle Obama completely take over the stage. She just brought Barack Obama to actual tears, and at the same time, she managed to drop some of the smoothest, most savage shade at Donald Trump, all without even mentioning his name. Today we're breaking down Michelle's powerful speech at the opening of the Obama Presidential Center. We've got tears, we've got pure politics, and we've got deep life lessons. Please ensure you hit the subscribe button and also click on the notification bell. So let's jump straight into it.
You told me all those years ago that you couldn't promise me the world, but you could promise me an interesting life. And of course, you outdid yourself and managed to give me both. I know it hasn't always been easy, but there hasn't been a single second through this experience that standing by your side hasn't left me in awe.
First of all, can we talk about the relationship goals here? She said you promised me an interesting life and you outdid yourself. This is a masterclass in understatement, going from a quiet law career to having code names and a nuclear football is definitely interesting. But look at Barack's face in the background. The man is actually trying to fight back tears. You rarely see a former president look that exposed. And that line, 8 years in the crucible and not once did you melt. A crucible is a metal container used in heating things up to extreme temperatures in order to melt away impurities. She's saying the presidency was literal fire, but it only showed what he was truly made of. Let's see how she shifts this from a love letter to a straight up defensive shield.
And to do it all as a first, and the higher standard that comes with all that. The claims that a U.S. senator and constitutional law expert wasn't qualified for the job. The lies about your birthright, your faith, your patriotism. The outrage when you stated the biological fact that if you'd had a son, that he too would be black.
Oh, she went there. She didn't say the name Trump, but the whole world knew exactly who she was looking at. The lies about your birthright, that is a direct, unfiltered shot at the whole birth movement that Trump championed back in the day. And notice how she structures this. She doesn't just defend Barack, she uses educational fact in line. She reminds everyone he was a US senator and a constitutional law expert, pointing out how absurd the attacks were. It's brilliantly rhetoric because she's framing the opposition not just as political rivals, but as completely ridiculous. Let's keep watching because the list of achievements she drops next is basically a giant receipts folder.
I'm not done, y'all. Not done. So much to say. You were doing the people's work, rescuing our economy, expanding healthcare, ending a war, ordering the Bin Laden raid, saving an auto industry, winning a peace prize. Keeping us safe from Ebola, regulating the banks, standing up for marriage equality, listening to science.
Wow, I'm not done, y'all. That's pure energy right there. She had to tell the crowd to hold their applause because the resume was too long. This part of her speech is a classical political strategy called the laundry list, but she delivers it like a proud wife flexing at a family reunion. Rescuing the economy, expanding healthcare, getting bin Laden, saving the auto industry. She's throwing down massive historical milestones back to back. If you ever need to update your LinkedIn profile, I guess you need to hire Michelle Obama to write it for you because she makes a walk in a beautiful park sound like saving the universe.
We all know right from wrong. We know selflessness from greed, righteousness from injustice. We understand that we all rise and fall together, that every last one of us is an invaluable contributor to the greatness of America. And I'm talking about the workers living paycheck to paycheck, hoping to give their kids a better future. The teachers using their own money to take their students on field trips. The business owners struggling to meet payroll but refusing to close their doors. All those folks sweating over stoves to provide meals for their communities. Folks shivering in the freezing cold to deliver our packages.
Okay, let's take a second to really appreciate what she's doing right here. This is where the speech transitions from a personal tribute to a cultural mirror. She's contrasting two different ideas of what America is. On one side, she's subtly targeting the greed and the knocking folks down, which again is a massive ideological swipe at MAGA and Trump's brand of politics. But instead of staying in the mud, she elevates the conversation by pointing to the working class, the teachers spending their own money, the delivery drivers shivering in the cold. It's deep because she's saying that the true greatness of America isn't sitting in Washington or in a billionaire's tower. It's in the quiet, everyday sacrifice of normal people. That is incredibly high level communication.
No matter what we look like, or where we come from, or how much money we earn, or how we pray, or vote, or speak, or love. It's why during our administration, we threw open the White House doors to all sorts of folks who don't usually get to meet the president or First Lady, the families pinching pennies to send their first child to college, the teenagers who know that a hot afternoon means the bullets start flying, the military spouses and children serving and sacrificing just like their loved ones in uniform, the Native kids showing us that resilience and pride can never be stolen, the 4-Hers and FFA members with calluses on their hands from feeding livestock, the immigrants proving what it truly means to be a dreamer.
These folks aren't just Americans. They are America. Look, whether you agree with the Obama legacy politically or not, you see, you have to appreciate the sheer masterclass in public speaking we just witnessed. Michelle Obama did 3 massive things here perfectly. She protected her husband's legacy. She completely dismantled their political critics without getting her hands dirty or naming them. And she made the average citizen of America feel like the hero of the story. That is why this video is blowing up right now on the internet. It taps into a deep cultural nostalgia while drawing a sharp line in the sand. about what leadership should look like. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about Barack's reaction? Did Michelle hit the mark with her subtle shot at Trump? Or do you think political speeches should stick strictly to the present? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get a real conversation going. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to Solid Gold TV if you haven't done that already, and I'll catch you guys on the next breakdown. Have a great day.